Have you ever heard what elders used to say? Never sleep under big trees at night. And it's not because of ghosts. It's because something far worse is there.
Yes, since we were kids, we always thought those monsters, vampires, and legendary giant creatures were nothing more than old stories. But what if those creatures are still hiding deep inside the dark forests even today? Would you believe it? The story I'm about to tell today is the hidden truth behind a legend we all know. A real incident that nobody has ever discovered. Many years ago, in a small village near the countryside, there was a hunter. One night, he went deep into the forest alone to hunt. Normally, forests are full of sounds at night. You can hear insects, animals, and the wind everywhere. But that night, something felt completely wrong. There was no sound at all. The whole forest was silent like a graveyard. Not even the sound of leaves moving in the wind could be heard. And then, in the middle of that terrifying silence, thud, thud, he suddenly heard gigantic footsteps, so heavy that the entire ground started shaking. He was terrified. Without wasting a second, he quickly hid behind a giant tree. The closer the footsteps came, the more the ground trembled beneath him. Then, suddenly, a horrible rotten smell filled the air. Slowly, carefully, he peeked his head out to look. And there, beneath the moonlight, stood a gigantic creature nearly 10 feet tall. Its entire body was covered with thick fur, and inside its mouth were enormous sharp fangs. But the most horrifying thing was its eyes. They glowed red like burning coals in the darkness. At that moment, the hunter realized something terrifying. What if the man-eating monsters from the old legends were actually real? Then, right before his eyes, the creature grabbed a massive tree with one hand and whipped it straight out of the ground. Just imagine that for a second. How unbelievably powerful must that thing have been? The hunter was so terrified that he nearly lost control of himself. He even held his breath, afraid to make the slightest sound. But then, fate turned against him. As he slowly stepped backward, his foot accidentally snapped a dry branch beneath him. Crack! It was only a tiny sound, but inside that deathly silent forest, it echoed like an explosion. And at that exact moment, the giant creature suddenly stopped moving. Then, very slowly, it began turning its head toward him.
Did the hunter manage to escape that terrifying forest alive? Or did he become the next victim of that legendary creature? You'll find out in the next video, part 2. And now tell me, have you ever heard strange sounds from the giant trees around your house at night? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you want to hear more terrifying stories like this, don't forget